keep forgetting what day it is. It's March 6th. It's a little overcast here in Texas, but it is absolutely beautiful. We're out here doing our garden walk. Bleach, that's to clean the trays so that we can keep the mold off of the trays, but we're probably not even going to use that anymore. Good in a hurricane though, clean things up, you know, got to get rid of all of the stuff. These are the sunflower shoots, just delicious. Making more soil. Yep, it's looking good. We got to plant our plants, so that's going to be a thing. Look at how beautiful everything is out here. We've got more. There's the hay. It's inside of that thing. This is, who knows what's in here at this point. Oh, more soil. Fill that up. We've got wood chip going on over here. We've been using, we reuse that wood chip. Oh, Lordy, yeah, mango's dead. We have wildflowers coming up in the loquat. Collards still going on. Had to cut the collards back because the aphids were getting at them. We planted chive in there, so we'll get some chives going. We've got basil already coming up. Look at these beautiful basils. Yep, we're gonna have plenty of basil. We've got sage, thyme, parsley. Planted a chili in the middle of that. And here's our comfrey on the side, which I'm really thrilled about the comfrey coming up. More parsleys. Some tarragons. Yeah, we put in some bonnie plants this year, so they'll just keep growing. That's all right. I don't mind that much. Here is the spinach. Look at our spinaches. They are just absolutely crazy. Working on this bed. Gonna be pulling the rest of those weeds out. We've got the other bed going on over here. We've got more beds to plant. Cut the mint back. Look how pretty the mint is. Oh, it's gonna be fabulous. Yay! Artichoke's still dead, but it'll come up eventually. Planted more seeds in the artichoke, so that'll come up. I forget what I put in that thing. Parsley, I think. So, and then some's in there. I don't know. I should mark them. It's making me crazy. But look what I did over here. Uh-oh. Compost bin. This is where we make our soil. So, we got soil going on in there. Ooh, look at this over here. We have Blackberry David. Craziness. Oh, look how pretty. Wow. And this year we'll be able to get at those blackberries, which will be fabulous because I am training it to go up the tree here. And then of course, you know what's in the back? And we're gonna do a recipe for this one. That silly pokeweed is just growing right in the back there. And it is edible. It has to be boiled 3 times. That's what I'm being told. I'm gonna look it up. Do some poke. Because that is pokeweed. And people do eat it. But oh my goodness, look at, oh. I might have to get a ladder out here in order to get those blackberries fabulous, so pretty. But they're coming down here too. And I did see the bees. The bees have been around. We've got lots of wildflower growing up in here. There's tomatoes. Tomatoes are coming up. Yep. Those are the tomatoes. There's some tomatoes over there. There's a tomato right there. Tomatoes all around. The tomatoes are coming right into here. Not sure how far out. There's one right there. There's a tomato. Yup, that's a tomato. There's tomatoes over there too, so that's great. And these are gonna all be wildflowers coming up in here. And then, ooh, look at, we've got a carrot. That's a carrot right there for sure. Yup, radish. Oh, I've been eating these radishes too. So I'm gonna thin them a little bit. Look at how delicious. Oh, I'm gonna have to seed some more radishes too because we got tons of radish seed and I love eating radish. I can see another one over there. I can get underneath it here. See that? Yep, more radish. That's breakfast for me, for sure. Lots of carrots coming up. Ooh, I can hear the raindrops falling. Nice. A little fresh rain in the morning isn't gonna hurt anything. Gladiolas can be eaten, believe it or not. I know, as silly as that sounds, but I have done my research. Gladiolas are edible. We've got lots of lettuces coming up. So this bed will be fabulous to pick. There's some red Russian coming up in the middle. This is looking great. This is looking fabulous. We got onions to cut over there. Gonna use that onion to make green onion oil. Looking over here, because these are where our squashes got planted. Don't see any squash coming up yet. Might not be ready for it. But at this end, there's arugula. So delicious. These arugula flowers are so fabulous to eat. Yep, might have to put some arugula flowers into a little thing so we can sell arugula flowers too, because they are delicious. Nothing's in this bed yet, but over there I've got watercress inside of that bucket, and people were asking for watercress last year a lot, so we might have watercress this year to sell people. Look at these. That's our lettuces. We're gonna come in here and get the vine weed out. There's all lettuce on that side. So once the lettuce grows, we will have fresh lettuces to mix up. Bring those in. We've got stuff planted over here. It was the amaranth. I'm not sure if it's come up yet, but we've got a lot of other things. I'm gonna go through and try and identify what is in this bed besides the bindweed. Look at this crazy. Okay, this is carrot. Look at that. Yep. That's a carrot. I'll be able to get out here and identify what all these things are. This is an onion, obviously. And look, he's just grown right in. Does not care. I tossed him from way over there. And he does not have a problem at all. So, but we've got many more beds to deal with. Whew. There is asparagus in this bed too, straight down the center. So the asparagus will be coming up. Nothing I can see over here because these are the peas, the nasturtiums, the climbing beans, all a little more warm. Look, there's a pea right there. So let's poke him into the ground. Poke it right down there, cover it up. Okay, that's a dun pea. Or snow pea. Yeah, that's the snow peas. But I've got Kentucky pole going up in here. I have scarlet runner beans going up there. We've got the peas, the nasturtium, and a whole bunch of stuff, all growing along the side of the house, and hopefully we'll get it up to this pole and then we can pick those later on in the season. Corn is inside, and I got to get this bed out right here because that is, and look, we're gonna have this beautiful red Russian. We'll be taking red Russian in, even though it's going to seed. We've got more red Russian on this side. So this year we're not just gonna have only our microgreens. We're gonna have some beautiful fresh vegetables too. And we've got a new project going on. So we're gonna have to do some research on some of the RV parks, because we're going to load some vegetables up and do some orange juices, Texas grapefruit juice, and take those and some coffee and go in the morning and offer coffee and fresh vegetables out of the back of the Ranger, because the Ranger can load up a lot of vegetables. So we'll use the Ranger, put the Ranger in use. We've got to order some signs, so we have our Texas microfarm signs. But there you go for the day. We still got a lot of work to do, but that's okay. We've got time and we're gonna do it. We're gonna get her done. That's the way we do it here in Texas Microfarms. We just dig our hands in the dirt and we get her done. Wanted everybody to see this too. That's been inside in the trays, so it's pretty warm underneath because it's been sitting on the heating pad. And look at how big they got so far. So these have got to get acclimated to the outdoor temperature so it doesn't shock them too bad. I'm gonna let them sit up there because they can sit out there. Pull them in once, well, we'll just let them sit out here today and probably put them on the porch once the sun comes out, because I don't want them to get hit by the sunlight and dried up. But those are our 60-day corn, and they look just beautiful. So I've got to get out here and plant another set. Some of them didn't come up. Look at that one's not coming up. That one's not coming up. There were 2 seeds in each one. So the strongest ones, look, that one is leaning over. Get that one kind of putting that way. We'll plant them all. We don't care. That's a good yield. There's some more coming up right there. So they're still trying to make their way through the surface, which is fine. We'll get this bed over here prepared, because this is where they're going. And I think there's just enough. And then we got to get this bed out too. And we got to get some okra out here also. So some okra and the corn can grow together. You see this? This is that crazy weed that is actually not beneficial in the garden, and that's all right. I like the soil to be covered. So, but got to get back in here and dig that out. Look how pretty the yard looks. Just absolutely fabulous. Blackberry David is growing as craziness. Yeah, we got to get rid of that stuff over there. We're just dragging it around. I think I'll drag out the garbage can today since it's empty now, and I can throw a few things in the garbage can. But other than that, Groot's growing, Swiss chard's growing, rainbow chard. Got to get some Ford hook out here. Yeah, everything looks fabulous. The potatoes are going along. Not gonna starve to death in my yard. It's pretty nice out. Texas Micro Farms. This is Heather Hill signing out. Gotta dig some more in the dirt today. Peace out. Whew, it's pretty out here today. Little tired, but did get some sleep, you know, finally. Went to sleep yesterday at about 1 o'clock after not sleeping for about 4 days. Slept until 6 a.m. in the morning because I'm watching videos on how to cook, and some of my favorite chefs. Nikki Nakamura has a restaurant there in Los Angeles called In Naka, and watching her is just such a treasure. She's so beautiful, and her wife is absolutely beautiful too. Just Japanese, you know. We're not prejudiced here in this family at all. So I'm out here, and I wanted to say a few words about how you transition into chemical-free food, you know. Permaculture is about doing chemical-free things, but you know, when you're trying to transition your garden into chemical-free, you have to grow things and build your soils and put soils in, and eventually you'll get to a point where you can produce all of your own soil. But meanwhile, you might have to bring in some soils to benefit your garden, and we do that, you know. As permaculturists, sometimes you can't just build everything yourself. You have to transition your gardens in, and it's taken me a long time. I mean, you look at all the seeds that I have about 600 different varieties of different seeds. I've been doing this for years, you know, but growing your own garden is an important step to being self-sufficient. You have to be able to grow stuff. You have to be able to eat. It's very important. So don't hesitate to bring organic soils into your gardens. Don't bring chemicals in. Of course not. You can use rock dusts, which we don't even use rock dust anymore. We just pretty much plant the things in and see what grows, and then that's what we will grow. I mean, I can forage around in the neighborhood and find enough food, but I don't want to do that. I would rather do my research and learn about what flowers are edible, what flowers aren't edible. I'll look it up because I you know, I do have computers, and I have a computer on my phone. I'll sit here and do the research that I need to know whether something is actually edible. And you can find programs nowadays that you will actually capture a leaf, and it'll tell you exactly if that plant is edible or not, you know. And there are ways of like eating things like poke. You know, we've got poke over there, so I'll watch some videos and I'll boil some poke up. People don't realize that actually taro is poisonous, and the Hawaiians ate taro for a really long time. It has to be cooked. If you cook it and you remove the oxalates out of the plant, then you will be able to eat those things. You know, it's all about learning how to cook properly. Poke can be eaten. It has to be cooked properly. The oxalates have to be removed from it. And so I am going to use that poke and I'll eat some of it. You know, it's cancer fighting. That's what these are the things that God gave us to fight cancer. And if you don't use them properly, it could kill you. But if you use them properly, they become food. So I just saw my beautiful birdies fly up in the tree again. So anyways, this is Heather Hill with Texas Micro Farms. I wanted to encourage everybody out there to grow your own food. You know, eat greens, people. Got to eat greens. If you don't eat your greens, then it's you know, I can only encourage you. I can't make you do it yourself. But almost everything in my garden, I know, is edible. And that's where we're gonna get our food from, because it's delicious. I'll eat almost anything. I just ate my radish for breakfast, yummy. I'm gonna go pick that other radish and eat it too. And then plant some more radishes so that we have plenty of radishes. I've got radish microgreens that are going on inside already. We have arugula microgreens that are going on inside already. Brought the corn out. We're gonna plant the corn, and we're gonna spend some time doing some more regenerative type of things. We're gonna use we'll have our used trays that we are repurposing to grow microgreens in this year. So we'll have those. And we've got other projects going on to encourage people to grow their own food or eat healthy food. At the very least, eat healthy. That is what it is all about. So this is Heather Hill, Texas Micro Farms, and we are going to get back digging in the garden. Peace out, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.